If everybody thinks they need a lot of money to have a scooter that goes, 32, 33, depending on what kind of sprockets you got on it, 34 miles an hour for a round trip of, I went 16 miles round trip, but I was stopping and going. So I'm not sure what it is if I was just holding full throttle and going round trip. I'm sure it'd be a lot more than that. But anyway, you see all them bikes back there? That's all you need to build one of these. I promise. See these forks? That's forks off a mountain bike. My handlebars, that's forks off another bike. This piece of plastic right here, that's a piece of plastic off a elliptical stair step machine. If you watch my other video, see these are my lights that I got going in it. If you watch my other video, you can see this the lights. I welded my I guess you would call that the handlebar neck, whatever. Anyway, I welded it because I can literally drop off 3 foot with these shocks and it's like landing on a cloud. So I welded them just to be safe so that nothing broke on me. But anyway, I couldn't figure out how to wire the brake light into the controller. I'm sure I could have figured it out, but I didn't feel like it. So what I did was I just bypassed all that. I wired in a temporary press button, a temporary button. I wired it into my brake lever. So when I pull in my brake lever, I'm pressing in that temporary button, which sends power to this brake light right here, which says stop, and also this brake light right here that shines the word stop about right here, about 3.5 foot on the road. It says stop. That's also another a video of mine. But the angle on this caliper is very important. I found that out. If you look on most bikes, the caliper is more up at an angle. That's for a very good reason. So when you put a new chain on and the chain's smaller, you can slide your back tire all the way forward and your rotor won't hit your caliper. So I found out the hard way, so I had to grind my rotor down so it wouldn't hit my caliper. But lesson learned. So, but I made these little clips right here so I can raise and lower my shocks, which will raise and lower the back end of my scooter so I can go, I made it like that so I can go down these stairs right here. Even though it's light enough I can pick it up with one hand and carry it, I just don't feel like it sometimes, I raced motocross for years, so I just get on it and roll down it, But yeah, anyway, it's all pretty simple, man. I did get this aluminum from my dad. He works at a fab shop. This is all the drop I got from his shop. So I did have him weld it. But altogether, I got with the battery, with a 48 volt 13 amp battery, and with a 48 volt 1800 watt motor, and I got everything. I got everything hidden. I think I got about $300 into it. I see the battery was right at 200, and then the motor and the controller and the throttle was right at 100, I think. Anyway, so I got my controller. I got it. I got bolts running through the side that's holding this controller so it don't move. I'm also producing the AC, AC watts, so I can plug in the power. The power went out in my apartment the other day, so I plugged in a multi-plug and I ran a fan off a lamp off of it, and it worked just fine. But another thing I did is I can plug a car battery can wire a car battery into this right here. I'm not gonna tell you exactly what it is. I call it my flux capacitor. But I can wire a car battery into this, which turns something else, which produces 150 AC volts, which allows me to produce a lot more, you know, alternating currents, so I can run more. You know, I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to get it to where I can charge my battery as I'm riding, which I can do it, but it's, you know, after so long, you know, it messes up the battery. But I'm gonna figure it out though. I think, you know, I'm gonna figure it out. But so anyway, but it's about it though. You know, I found a little, what you call a pocket scooter. I cut the swing arm off. You know, I bought it for 20 bucks. Cut the swing arm off. Just the swing arm I used. You know, it's the tires and the rims off of that. That's $20. You know, and then I also cut, you know, the front of it off. Basically, I cut the front off and I cut the back off. And see, I connected it with these two pieces of aluminum. You know, see right here and right there. So it's actually very light. And yeah, I got my skateboard deck on it. It sits flush. It's pretty waterproof. You know, I got this. Yeah, it bolts down right there. And so, but yeah, but I believe that's a 55 tooth back sprocket, and that's a 20 tooth front sprocket, and that increases your high end speed a lot. You know, the smaller front sprocket and the bigger back sprocket gives you more torque. The smaller back sprocket and the bigger front sprocket gives you more high end. So, but a 20 tooth front sprocket and a 55 tooth back sprocket is pretty much it's pretty. I'm cruising 33 easy, you know, on a full charge like that, 34, you know, unless I'm going downhill and I'm really picking up speed. And with the wind to my back, I'm rolling, you know, and that's fast on the scooter, you know. And this is my second one. So this is only my second scooter, so I'm pretty proud of that. But anyway, so and I got my display right up here. You know, it tells me how fast I'm going. How fast I'm going in a 100-foot dash. You know, it's for my battery hooks too right there. I got it on charge right now. But anyway, that's basically it though. You know, altogether I got maybe $320 into this scooter. You know, and I mean, I've had offers for a lot more than that, and I was like, man, I ain't, you know, I'm not worried about it. It's fun. I get around all over the place. You know, people are always videoing you, taking pictures. I like it. Where I live, nobody really has one except for one other dude. He's trying to flex on me because he just bought him on one like this, and you know, I'm really kind of feeling played by that, so I'm gonna have to up my game. So, nah, I'm joking. But anyway, though, fellas, there's nothing to them. This really is. There's nothing to them. You know, $300, and I got a scooter that does 32 round trip, stopping and going 16 miles, and you don't need a license. And that's really what got me doing it, because the cops are giving me shit about giving me my license. So I thought outside the box. What's up, love?